It's almost 7 p.m. on Monday evening. As I sit here prepping for another class, I wonder, who's going to come to class tonight? And how can I help them to push past their comfort zone? As I prep for class, sometimes I get a little petty, thinking of the extra reps and how many times someone's going to look at the screen in disgust when I tell them to do one more round of a workout. But it's all in my purpose. After all, I am Coach Reen, and I'm here to push you past your comfort zone. I want to see you win. And as another workout has been written down on my board and the ladies start pouring in, I set up and get ready for another class.
So the only thing that I ask of you is that you do not give up on yourself. You promise? Everybody promise? Good. Come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you can, bring those cameras down so that I can see you on the ground. Bars. Where Prim at? Hey Prim! It's your favorite part of class. So I'm gonna turn this way so you can see me. You get into a high plank, and all you're gonna do is just open, close. All right, you ready? It's not that many, it's only a few. 7, break my soul. 8, 9, 10, 4. Give yourselves a round of applause. Let me get my angles together. So as you know, I just finished class. Tonight was great. What was really awesome was I looked at the screen at one point and everybody was moving in unison, and that just warmed my heart. And then one of my clients that's been with me for over a year, one of my Zone Gang ladies, I just saw so much progress in her stretch. I remember the first time she asked me and she said, how do you get your chest down to the ground like that? And I was showing her, just telling her it just takes time. You got to keep coming back, keep doing it over and over, keep working on your stretch. And tonight when she was stretching, I could see how much further down she can go. And that I was like on the brink, almost on the brink of tears for little things like that. Like, I really and truly, guys, like, this is my passion. I love to see people evolve. I love it. I love that for you, because I know what it does to your self-esteem, what it does when you put the work in and you actually start to see the results of your own work, of your own consistency, and what that does to your confidence, what it does to your self-esteem, what it does to your spirit, and how it shows up in every aspect of your life. You start standing up for yourself more. You start speaking up. You stop letting people tell you what you're going to do, and you start asserting yourself. And it all starts from deciding to choose you. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing gift that I thank God for, like, every single day, to be able to bring this gift to people. And it might seem like it's just working out, but it's so much deeper than just the workout. Earlier, while I was working, I was listening to Dr. Joy DeGruy. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she is a professor. I think she has her doctorate, and she's now a public speaker. She goes around speaking about post-traumatic slave syndrome. And I was just listening to her speech, and not her speech. She was being interviewed. I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel. I don't remember the name. During her interview, she was talking about the effects of slavery on the Black community, and how those effects and the psychological impact still show up to this very day. And she broke it down. And, you know, sometimes people say, oh, slavery was however many years ago. But the reality is, slavery might have been over for that amount of time, allegedly, right? But you have to take into account the aftermath of slavery and the fact that us as people, we weren't given any there were no supports for us. We didn't get psychological counseling. We didn't get any support, any group therapy to help reverse some of the psychological trauma and generations, lifetimes of trauma, lifetimes of separation. We never remedied that. It was never remedied. And it shows up to this day. It shows up in what we eat. It shows up in the way that we treat ourselves. It shows up in the way that we relate to each other. It shows up in every aspect of our lives, culturally. And one of the examples that she gave really touched home for me. And it's a very small, subtle thing that we do as a community. She gave the example of, let's say there were two families. There were two mothers, a white mom, a Caucasian mother, and a Black mother. And they were at a school, and they were at open school night, and they're sitting waiting to see the teacher. And the black mom turns to the Caucasian mom and says to her, wow, Timmy's doing excellent in class. It's amazing. And the white mom will say, yeah, and he's on the honor roll, and he's been tested well, and he's going to be in the gifted program next year, and I'm so proud of him. And when the white mom says the same thing to the Black mom, she's like, yeah, but he get on my nerves. He might be good in school, but he gets on my nerves. Or I want him to do better in math, or I want him to do better in Spanish, or whatever. We don't just say, thank you. And when the child overhears, when the Black child overhears that, they're looking at their mom like, why can't you just be proud of me? But she says she took that same behavior and said, let's reverse back to 400 years ago on the cotton field, where the overseer comes to a Black mom in the field tending to the cotton and says, wow, your boy's really doing well. He's growing up good. She's going to turn to the overseer and say, oh no, he don't like to work. He don't like to do anything. He's shiftless. He's lazy. She turns to the overseer and says that. Why? Because she's trying to protect her son. Because if she speaks to his strengths, he'll be sold away. So in order for her to keep him close, she has to protect him by talking down and talking bad about him. And we've kept that behavior to this day. And we even turn that internally and talk bad about ourselves. We treat ourselves bad poorly. We don't think that we're worthy of taking that time for ourselves. So tonight, when I saw that in class, I was like, we are reversing generational curses. We are taking back our power. We're taking back our health. We're pouring into our bodies and our spirits by changing how we take care of ourselves. And I just thought for a second there, I really had a moment where it just The only way that I can describe it is a feeling of humbleness, like just feeling overwhelmingly humbled that this is my purpose. And if you don't really understand what your purpose is, seek it out. What is your purpose? Seek it out. Because when you really understand what your life purpose is and you start living in that purpose, that is true happiness. That is true happiness. And I want that for each and every one. I want you to find your happiness. And that happiness does not come when you're not caring for yourself. So please remember to put yourself first. Take care of your health. Take care of your wellness. Take care of your mental health. And take care of each other. Remember, guys, I have the challenge coming up May 5th to May 25th. It is a 3-week challenge called the I Want to Be Down Challenge. If you want more information on it, please watch this video for more information on that challenge. I thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you got something out of this video. And I'll catch you on the next one. See you later. Bye.
It's not the diamond. It's not the diamond. It's not the pearl. It's not the pearl. I'm that girl. I'm that girl. It's just that I'm that